Welcome back. Today we'll discuss the reasons behind why our Python script doesn't run on the terminal while it is capable of running on the Visual Studio Code. The reason is simple why it doesn't run on the terminal. It is because, first reason, you have as a user doesn't have permission to execute the script, Python script on the terminal. That's the first reason why I can't execute. The second reason you will come across is why you can execute the Python script on the terminal is I don't because the script itself doesn't know the location of the library to use that library to execute the script. The library, I mean the Python library in this case, are so these are the two reasons why the course they don't execute on the terminal. And I will also show three possible ways to execute this Python script on the terminal, as well as I will show the difference between execution on a VS Code as well as on the terminal. So first let's start to do it on Visual Studio Code, and I'll show you it is capable of running on the Visual Studio Code by just pressing debug on our Visual Studio Code. So let's create a file, new file, and let's say example. So we will just create it on the desktop. Yes, the file is created. It's called example.py. So at this moment, cannot identify the Python lab. Alright, it's working. So now let's print hello world, or let's print something else like my name is question Q. So first let's save this before executing. Save all, and I close this. I don't need there are three terminals, so I close the remaining terminals. So I saved it now. So now let's execute this file. So basically I'll be executing through here. This means I'm executing using Visual Studio Code, not the terminal. And now you can see the output, my name is 0. But you should notice something unique here. Okay, the unique thing you can notice here is this. When you press run, the terminal ran like this. So that's something new, right? So we know this is the path of the directory, the path of your Python script, and this is actually the path of your Python library. So this is added to this path through the Visual Studio Code. This is because I installed Python extension through Visual Studio Code. So basically Visual Studio Code knows the location of the Python library. So when you run this through here, it automatically adds the path to your Python library to the example script. So now the script knows the location of the Python library because VS Code added the path of Python library onto the script. So that's the first way you can run your Python script. So the second way is running through the terminal. So this is part which will be a bit much tricky. So let's go to the desktop and check. So we can see example. So when you execute this code, will show some errors. show some. Let's see what it gives output as an output. Right? You can see they say it's permission denied and can't execute. So yes, I can't execute as a user. That is true. So let's give permission and execute this and see if it still shows an excuse for a reason. Yeah, says it cannot find example.py. It's always another excuse. All right, let's check it out again whether it works or not. Yeah, it can command cannot be found. So the reason it's showing this kind of error is because it cannot identify as an executable file, and I don't have version there. So this can be solved basically. So to solve this issue, we just need to first give permission for Python to be an executable file. So that can be done using chmod, but it should be given into administrative level because this won't be executed because I'm a user. So as an administrative level, I will give the command. So again, administrative level in this case mean sudo chmod plus permission to give executable. X stands for executable, and we give the file name, the file which we need to be an executable. Right, it's a wrong spelling. Let's fix it. Again, a wrong spelling. Example, yeah. Yes. Now example.py is an executable file. Now let's see if we can execute this. So /, yeah, now it shows another error saying that syntax error near unexpected my name. You can see the error. This is basically the error is showing due to the reason why, because the Python script itself can't locate the Python library in our OS. So in this scenario, as I said previously on the VS Code, there are two options we can give the path to the library. The path to the library to the example to our Python script. First method is a similar method that was used by VS Code. This method using you just need to copy the path of the Python library. So here's the path of the Python library. I am doing the basic approach what VS Code did, and I'll show the second method, which is the best method or better method, I'll say. So let's continue with this. So I'll paste it, the path of our Python library, and now we can implement the executable file. That is our Python library. That is our Python script. Yes, as you can see, it perfectly executed. So because we added an additional argument, that is the location of the Python library, with our script, executable script. So this perfectly executed. So without that, it won't execute. So that's the first method. So the second method in this case is to use shebang. So shebang is just like putting a path, defining a path on our Python script. So that can be done by in accessing the code itself. But so I'm opening my example, my script on a text editor like Nano. Yeah, so this is the text editor. So shebang is adding the path of your Python library on to your script itself. So the script can figure out the location of the Python library through the script itself. So this approach is also possible. I suggest this approach is easy because you don't need to continuously write this path on the terminal, which is a hassle for most of the time. So shebang approach is best, I think. It's better for me, although. So I will approach this method. So now you can save it. Yes, and now it's saved with the shebang. As you can see, this got updated. You can see rewinding the video backward. You can rewind it and see if you want. And now let's execute this. Now you don't need to put at the path as an argument, the path to the library as an argument. You can just easily execute it from here. Yes, as you can see, it easily executes. No need to add path as before like this, because you already added the path onto the script, and so it doesn't need to be done again. So you just need to write the script like this. The output will come perfectly fine. So this is the second method. So again, there are two reasons why it doesn't execute. First reason, as I told you before, is because you have no permission to execute as a user. So as an administrator, yourself should give permission to this file to be an executable file. That is the first issue. The second issue we came across is that example.py on the Python script doesn't know the location of your Python library itself. So that can be solved by two ways. Again, it is by adding the path as an argument along with the scriptable file, along with the Python script. Second method is to use shebang. Okay, to use shebang on the Python script. So basically adding the path on the Python script itself. Okay, so that will also solve the problem. And there's an additional method, and that is using Python, executing a file using Python 3 like this. Executing a file like this. You just, okay, I'll remove the shebang so that the error can persist again. So we'll go to nano. Where's my nano? I will remove this. Alright, now I'll save it and accept, and as you can see, the error persists. So we can, the third method I said was that we can avoid this error is by typing Python 3, basically the path, and example.py. This will also execute the code. So what it says here is that Python 3 example. I don't know the reason. I did not research on that part because I do not use this way. So I hope you find it yourself, the reason why this works when you use Python 3 instead of the normal executable way like this. So thank you guys for watching my videos. Please subscribe and like. It would really help me. Thank you. Bye.